All right, this is going to be episode one of the at home bartending. We're going to do quick and dirty old fashioned, made in the glass. Simple as it gets. Typically, you're going to use simple syrup, but instead, I just like to use sugar packets or just sugar you have around. Probably half is good, but if you want it to be sweeter, add more, obviously. I typically do half, which looks something like that. This is whole grain sugar cane, so it looks a little different, but that's what it is. And you're going to lay the bitters on top of that. Bitters, you have different options for bitters. There's kind of just your regular aromatic cocktail bitters. I normally actually for old fashions do orange bitters. You could find those pretty easily. If you're not just finding the regular, you'll probably see orange will be the most likely. In this case, I'm actually going to use a rosemary lavender bitters because I'm going to use a high rye bourbon, and it's kind of a little bit better with this, but just your bitters. They come in these dasher bottles, which are kind of difficult to use accurately. You'll kind of see the lid there, but you just want like 2 or 3 good dashes. If you don't get a good one, just go again. 2 or 3 good dashes, right? Lay it on top of the sugar. So now you're going to have kind of a slurry going. And we'll use a spoon to stir that and mix that up a little bit. And what you're doing here is dissolving the sugar a little bit and getting those bitters soaked into it. If you got some on the spoon, don't worry about that because we're going to end up mixing the drink at the end. Your next thing you're going to want to do is ice. Always put your ice in before the main spirit so you're not splashing ice around whenever you're putting it in the glass. So get it in there. You can actually also put it in and set it there to kind of chill the glass a little bit and start getting the ice melted so it'll dilute the spirit, the whiskey. But anyway, throw an ice in there. Probably fill it up a decent bit because it will dilute the drink as it goes. But, that's up to you how you want to handle that. Like I said, we're going with a high rye bourbon. So that's just a Kentucky bourbon with a higher rye content than usual. It's pretty good, has a lot of flavor to it. And we're going to do 2 ounces. So the bigger, if you don't have a jigger, probably get a jigger. This one's a 1 ounce and a 2 ounce. It wouldn't be bad also to have a ½ ounce and a 1 ounce if you can have that. But here we go, 2 ounces. Right over the ice. Starts to chill it. And then give it a little bit of a final mix. I'm just using a spoon. If you have a bar set, you might have a stirrer, but you definitely have a spoon. And that is going to be it. Really quick and dirty. Kind of just cuts that spirit a little bit, adds a little bit more flavor to it. I'm going to take a sip. Yeah, that's really nice. That's the simplest, quickest old fashioned, perfect for you come home, you want to drink. Makes it right in the glass, you don't make a mess. You honestly don't even have to use the spoon. You could just stir it with your finger if you wanted to, and don't worry about mixing the bitters in. But that's as simple as it gets. I can make more complex ones. But that's it.